CNN terror analyst Paul Cruickshank joins me now. He's editor-in-chief at CTC Sentinel. Paul, thanks for joining us. If these reports are accurate, it's almost certain this was a bomb. How much changes in terms of security and the fight against ISIS after this attack?
Well, Jake, on the security side, I think there's going to be a lot of scrutiny of people working at airports, particularly in the Middle East. If this was somebody recruited by ISIS in Sinai who was working at Sharm el-Sheikh airport, that's really been the holy grail for terrorist groups over the last several decades, to recruit insiders at airports. I recall a case in the UK where a British Airways employee had friends who sympathized with AQAP, who were thinking about potentially helping AQAP, the terrorist group, in Yemen to try and get something on board a plane at Heathrow. So this is not just a problem in the Middle East, but it's also a problem potentially in the West, Jake. There was also that case of an American ISIS fighter who was killed in Syria in 2014, who had previously been working at Minneapolis St. Paul's airport, so concerning the United States as well. When it comes to the fight against ISIS, I think there are a lot of worries now. This will turbocharge ISIS's popularity across the global jihadi community. This will be a huge success to them, that they could get even more foreign fighters coming in to Syria and Iraq. And if you look at the picture right now, you have terrorist safe havens in Syria, Iraq, Libya, Sinai, parts of Afghanistan, parts of Pakistan, Nigeria. It's a very worrying threat picture right now, Jake.
And of course, we've been hearing a lot about terrorist chatter from this ISIS offshoot in Sinai before and after the plane crash. Are we learning anything more from that?
Well, the intelligence strands point to ISIS in Sinai operatives bragging about this attack afterwards with some specific details. And I think that's why we're being told about this idea of an insider at the airport, of conventional explosives being smuggled on a plane, because of some of that detail coming out in some of those conversations. Of course, this group has claimed responsibility twice now for this attack, both an 8-line statement on Saturday, also an audio tape on Wednesday. I think we can expect a major ISIS video release in the coming days, Jake.
And it's interesting, Paul, because so many national security and military officials in this country keep saying that Russia is the greatest threat to the United States. But now we're learning that the U.S. and the U.K. tipped off Russia before Putin suspended flights. Sharing intelligence, that seems a rather significant development.
Well, very, very significant. I think the Russians would have been demanding that. Show us your intelligence. So they would have found a way to share that with the Russians. There is an opportunity now for the United States, for the United Kingdom, other Western powers to work with Russia potentially to take on ISIS if ISIS was indeed responsible, Jake.
Paul Cruickshank, thanks so much.